You ready?
Yeah.
What's good, son?
What's going on? Yo. I just realized. What's up with you? You got your tank top on and shit. You trying to show the guns and all that?
No.
You trying to embarrass me?
Guns.
You trying to embarrass me?
No. I don't try.
Really? All right. When I hit the gym, nigga, that's your ass, nigga. I'm trying to Bruce Leroy in this bitch.
Think? Hey.
But yeah, what's up, though?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
How's the wife and kids?
They good. You know, they don't exist, but they good.
How was your weekend, though?
My weekend was pretty good. Today is
Wednesday.
It's
always Wednesday.
Oh, so I forgot how my weekend went. What did I do in the weekend?
You saw John Wick 3 as yet?
I saw a job with one of my coworkers. We went out to work one day. I think it was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
good?
Fire. You saw it yet?
No, not as yet.
It's fire, yeah. And it's a part 4 coming out. They already announced it like June 2021. Yeah.
Okay.
But I forgot how my week went. I know I did something this Saturday. But besides that, I had a great week so far. Actually, no, I'm bugging. I ain't do shit this weekend. I remember because I was off and I had plans and they fell through, so I just chilled. But I had a good day yesterday. I always have good days, but yesterday I had a really good day. It's very eventful at my workplace.
Oh, okay.
When I came into work, I didn't expect to have a good day just because my energy was off.
Feeling a little down?
I got 7 hours of sleep. Not really down, but I got 7 hours of sleep. But when I got to work, like my energy was low. My eyes was kind of puffed. I'm like, why am I feel so tired? But
this
then
is pre or post watching When They See Us?
This is post.
Okay, maybe.
This is post. Maybe. We'll get into that as well. Maybe that was still lingering around my energy. But it turned into a great day. I encountered some cool ass customers. Like one customer, me and her got to speak. I think she was vegan. She's a black woman. We got to speaking about fucking chemtrails and the government and gentrification. And she had we first got into it because I seen on her phone she had a electromagnetic like thing on her phone. So I was like, oh, so you know about the 5G then about to come out. So we got into that. We got into population control, just mad shit. I just vibed and gave her one of my wristbands for the podcast. I subscribed to it on her YouTube channel. Definitely. So real good conversation. And then
what did she do on YouTube? What do she do on YouTube?
No.
She subscribed to our YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And then I encountered this Asian couple. I was thinking about my IG last night.
You told them we don't like them?
Nah, I fuck with everybody, but y'all niggas do be rude though. And they know that, but this couple, they was so adorable. Like they probably was like 70 years old. I think it was Chinese. And they were so like, the woman was so small, had her hair done. She's very pretty, but she's very old. The older guy, he was a little bit taller, probably like my height. And they worked with one of my coworkers in earlier in the day, right? So, but they spoke very minimal English. I don't know if it was Mandarin or Cantonese, but they spoke very minimal
what they
English.
Said, like, he's so horny. 350 chicken wing french fry. Hot sauce ketchup. Egg roll or no egg roll? Man, which plan do you want? Do you want the $70 plan or the $50 plan? Shrimp tempura.
Yo, you a fool. But check it though. They had
shout out to the Asians. I got an Asian homeboy from City Tech.
For sure. I fuck with them. So they had a little machine called Pocket Talk, right? Where one side will be their language and it's a button under it, and then they put English on the other side. And they hold it when they speak and translate to English and all. So
yeah, that's cool.
And vice versa. So it got to a point where I couldn't even understand what they were saying, even what they wanted. So we had to do it back and forth. And the wife was just cracking up, bro. But like, it wasn't. Laughing? She was laughing her ass off, but it wasn't like
I like people like that.
It wasn't like a hoo 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 hee hee.
She was like,
like
tears.
No, like she's putting her head down. Like,
yeah.
Like she's like slapping my arm and shit.
Yeah.
And it had me thinking like while I was in the moment, I was like, wow, like neither of us could She spoke minimal English. She knows a few words. The father, he didn't really understand.
Okay.
I was just like,
me so honey.
I was just like, we got this big language barrier here, But it's one thing that we resonate with, and we this nigga funny, son. It's one thing that we resonate with and that we relate to. It's that motherfucking laughter, son. Like, at some point, the whole sixth floor was filled with customers and shit.
Yeah.
We in our little 3-man huddle.
Oh yeah,
and we just laughing our asses off. They slapping me, I'm tapping them. We both got our heads down, like just crying, bro.
The husband was laughing too? Okay.
Yeah. And then it just had me like enjoy that moment. I was just like, wow, like we gonna understand each other, but like that laughter is just universal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I always try to just make people laugh. And one of my mottos is, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So when we speak about racism, we speak about world,
we add jokes to it.
like world population control,
White
people dying. We gotta sprinkle a little, we gotta sprinkle that shit over, man.
We gotta add some humor, because imagine a fucking melancholy world. Like,
no laughter.
Suicide rate would be like 73%.
Yeah. But that's how my day went. My week is pretty good though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good. Damn, I wish I met them.
Yeah, you would have enjoyed your time with them. They was very funny. They was laughing, and she was saying, "This is so funny. This is so funny."
Oh, she knew that?
Yeah, she was saying that. Yeah.
Oh man, my weekend was cool. My weekend was the most eventful. First and foremost, I got to meet one of my favorite hip hop artists of all time, Mos Def.
That's what's up.
Yasin Bey, yeah. Not only did I get to meet him, but I had the pleasure of being his chauffeur to the Roots picnic out in Philly. Him and his family. So, you know me, like poker face all day. Like, I'm driving. They probably like, this nigga don't even know who I am.
Yeah, right.
Like, they saying Yasin. Like, when I got to the hotel in Brooklyn to pick them up, like I believe it's his son. He was like, did Yasin come down yet? And I was like, nah, not as yet. So they using this name. I mean, I know technically this is his name now. Yeah. But they probably like, oh, he don't even know.
He's most of the rapper.
In my head, I'm like, I've been on like Yasin Bey. Like, I already know. Like, like, so he came down. I peeped him. I went. I opened the trunk. Waited for them to come. Put their stuff in. He saw me. He's like, well, he was still talking to his family or whatever. And me, I mean, I really don't care if people tell me good morning or not. Yeah. So they kept talking, gave them the space, respect. And he's like, salam. I was like, what up, bro?
Oh, you didn't say it?
Well, I'm like,
what you supposed to say back? Salaikum salam?
Well, it's assalamu alaikum. And you're supposed to say walaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam.
People, like, they would add their abbreviations and variations. Right. So he would just say salam. You know what I'm saying?
And you said
like that. But I'm not used to saying that. I'm not used to saying that. I respect it. Like, I know what it means and stuff. The only times my brain automatically say walaikum assalam is when I watch like a Nation of Islam or a Farrakhan speech. He always opens up his speech like that. And even though I'm watching it televised, I would respond saying that. So when he was like salam, I was like, my brain was like, what? And then it registered. It registered, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, the drive was cool. It was like under 2 hours. Cool. I was playing my playlist.
Loud ass sirens.
He was bumping, and then he was like, "Yo, who this?" I told him. He's like,
"You played my uncle?"
No. And then
yo, support black business, my nigga.
Boy, damn. He already got support. He got 5 support.
Support, yo. See, you be on.
First of all,
yeah, finish your story.
First of all, you never even told me
that pro black shit. But niggas don't want to. Niggas don't want to support.
First of all, you don't even play your uncle. Person. Name one of your uncle songs right now. One song. Okay. Shout out to him though. What was I saying?
You were saying, he was saying, what song is that?
Yeah, and then he started DJing. He started playing this dude, a Brazilian.
Oh, you gave him your phone? Or
he just hooked his phone up and he started playing.
He asked you permission to do that?
Yeah, he's like, it wasn't my car, it was an SUV, but yeah, he asked. He was respectful.
I thought they were using your car.
Nah, because it was so many of them. It was like 5 of them. Oh. So the my colleague, he gave me a SUV and I drove down.
Your colleague?
Yeah. The dude that gave me the job, because he usually sub,
Got it. Okay. So let me ask you though.
What's up?
No, I don't want to cut you off. I do want to cut you off though.
No, you don't.
When you was driving them, Were you your regular self?
Yeah.
Like, were you a maniac still?
Maniac as a
when he drives. See, when he
First
drives,
of all, I told you I don't drive like that.
When he drives his high-end clientele, he's very professional.
First of all, that's my only
when he drives them
high-end.
Jews, he makes sure he wear his motherfucking top hat.
Shut
he
up,
drives
Jews.
normal. But when he got
crazy.
me and the homies in the car, the nigga drive like a maniac. So he think he auditioning for Fast 7, nigga.
Well, Fast 7 already came out.
Fast 11.
Okay. I don't drive like that no more. I told you that. Them speeding tickets humble you. All right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I drove speed limit. Plus, I had to get adjusted to the SUV. It's my first time ever driving an SUV. I played it cool, though. When I first got offered the job, I was like, let me think about it. I call you back in 30 minutes. Nah, because I'm very comfortable driving my own vehicle. I don't like driving something, especially if I never drove a specific type of vehicle before.
What type of SUV was it?
It was a Ford Expedition. But at the end of the day, it's like driving a Cadillac Escalade. SUV is an SUV, Navigator, all of these things. I never drove one before. But I used to drive dollar vans for the company that I used to work for with the individuals or whatever.
Right.
So I'm familiar with, I used to whip the shit out of them dollar vans. Them dollar vans.
You hate the terminology?
That's back in the day, though. That's back in the day, though. Like on the Grand Central Parkway. Yeah. Them individuals, they used to request like
he want to race Hondas.
We want Abdalla to drive. We want Abdalla to drive and DJ.
They didn't know they left on the line.
They did, but they know I got them. Anyway, it was a cool ass event. Like I was in the back with the trailers with all the other artists.
Word! You stayed there for the event.
I stayed in the vehicle like a damn loser. Yeah, I stayed for the whole event. Whatever they wanted, like they wanted me to take them around the park, like certain family members. I did that or whatever. I saw Questlove. He kept me and him like we kept making eye contact. Like I was in the van reading. Good thing I brought my books because it was boring as shit. He kept walking back and forth, and he had his hair in braids at first, and just before he went on stage, he took it out because that's his at the pick. And yeah, every time I looked up, me and his eye would make contact or whatever. I saw her.
Yeah, yep, her.
She's mad pretty. Yeah, short too.
She had on shades.
Yeah,
because she always had. I've never seen a picture with her without shades.
And I was like, who is this chick? Because people saw her, they're like, oh my god, can I take a picture? Can I take an autograph?
She's like in that SZA realm.
Yeah, exactly.
SZA, Janae Aiko, like she's in that like.
I'm familiar with her. I got her music in my playlist and all that. On the way, I was playing her. Daniel Caesar, other people.
Who you playing? Who?
Her. That's her name. Her.
I know. I'm just playing, joking.
So when I saw her, like I'm not a celebrity dick rider. I don't follow a lot of celebrities. I don't follow them. So when I saw her, it's like, I know your music, but I don't know how you look right now. They be changing their looks, hair color, all of that. So I was like, I wonder if that's her, because I saw her on the thing. I went on her IG and she had the same braids. I was like, yeah, that's her. 21 Savage was there. I didn't see him. Jill Scott was there. But it was like surreal moments, because like during the drive, his daughter was talking about chilling with her friend, and Dave Chappelle called. And the friend was like, why is Dave Chappelle calling your phone? Why is Dave Chappelle calling your phone? Because the name popped up. And she was like, oh, that's just somebody else, to play it off or whatever. I just call him Dave Chappelle or whatever. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, I was dead ass, like brought up on Chappelle's show. And Mos Def was like the CIA agent. He played a lot of roles. And
he played when they did the draft for the races and shit.
Yeah. He was the television. Yep. Oh, we choose Eminem. Oh, wait a minute, nigga. But I was like, yo, this is crazy, son. Yeah, they're talking about Erykah Badu. I'm like, yo, one person I definitely would have came out couple people. I probably would have came out for Erykah Badu. I was definitely coming out the vehicle for Common. If I saw Common, I was gonna come out. I was gonna
wait. So when you say were you able to like go like see the actual thing?
No, I was in the back. If I wanted to see the stage and the performance, I had to go all the way around from a crowd view. Oh. And the crowd is most likely packed. So I can't be like, oh, excuse me, I'm Mos Def driver. Excuse me, I want to go to the front to see Mos Def perform. I drove him here.
Right.
Niggas be like, I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. Nigga,
hey, where's your ticket? Where's your wristband?
Right.
Oh, well, I got the SUV parked in the back.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah. That's corny shit. But I chilled in the back and, you know, I did me.
That's cool.
And then at the end of everything, when I dropped them at the hotel, because they spent the night in Philly or whatever, I thought they was going to be coming back. So at the end of everything, he's like, all right, brother, thank you. I turned around. I was like, yo, it was a pleasure. I shook his hand. I looked him in his eyes. I was like, yo, you actually one of my favorite hip hop artists of all time. He's like, word? I was like, yeah. And then chatted a little bit. He gave me a tip or whatever. Then he came out and he came to the driver window and we chatted a little bit more. But it wasn't on some like, I forgot honestly what we talked about. And he was like, all right, man, get home safe. I was like, all right, have a good night. That was it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. Little dude, he know, like, I legit, like, I like this nigga a lot. Like, brown sugar, all this shit. Like, if me and him actually speak, like, have a conversation, he would see how much, like, I hold him in high reverence. Yeah. But
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
I fuck with that.
We definitely gonna cross paths again. He gonna be a guest on the podcast. That's a fact.
I'm gonna hold you to that. You gotta make the connection.
I know. We have to.
It's alright. Right on this couch, nigga.
Yeah. That's
what's up, though. Had a few folks that went to that Roots picnic.
Yeah, I saw Tasha post pictures.
Tasha was there.
I'm Cherry Poppins was there.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, I ain't seen none of y'all niggas. Cause I left the compound, I left the lot to go get some food, but the lines were so long. Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was like at a point the lines wasn't even moving. Yeah. But like, I'm not gonna say this because I'm in a relationship. So
yeah, moving on.
Moving on.
Next topic.
When they see us, talk about groundbreaking, talk about controversial, talk about truth being unveiled,
talk about an emotional roller coaster.
Shout out to Ava DuVernay, man.
Yeah,
I knew it had to be a black person behind this. Like, yo,
yeah, she did her thing with that, man. The actors, the kids,
great actors.
Yeah,
great actors.
They did their thing with that, man. What's your thoughts on it? Because for me, mine was an emotional roller coaster. Like, even like the first 10 minutes, I'm like, yo, can I finish this? Because it was just kind of hard to watch.
I mean, the thoughts, I think, in terms of what happened, I think it's pretty obvious. But outside of that, it's like my only main thought was how many black people and brown are still locked up to this day because of this ugly ass bitch and other white people like her.
Yeah. For shit that they didn't do. They just got railroaded.
Just to push an agenda. Just to, they already locked up. You found somebody else who matches. All right, that just means there was another person there. No, it does not.
And they said that too.
Like, how does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
But it shows how
there's no logic
broken this system is. It's not even broken. It shows how coerced and manipulated and capitalizing the system is. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. We need workers. We need food to fund this beast, to feed this beast. We need to keep feeding this beast. So hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. We don't care if it doesn't add up. We don't care if, you know what I'm saying? It's like The Jogger, once again, The Jogger by Gateway, a white girl, and they arrested that mentally challenged black dude. You clearly see this dude don't know what the fuck is going on. I forgot his name, but he is clearly mentally challenged. They arrested him in rape and killing of... It's the same exact thing, now that I'm thinking about it.
Wait, was that was... You said that was in the Gateway?
Gateway. You know the pathway around...
Wait, was that like a big story where they said they suspected like her dad did it?
Yeah. That
was near Gateway?
Yeah. I
thought that was in Central Park again.
No, it was Gateway.
Gateway Mall?
Yeah. because they had her picture posted up. I used to read it and any fine.
He just got charged
reward
recently too.
250,000. Who, her dad?
No, the guy.
I know. Like 2 months ago. Yeah. So much like proof led back to the dad in terms of what I heard or whatever. Because I didn't read up on it too much, and they still apprehended, kept him in custody, and then ultimately charged this innocent black dude. Like,
watching it, bro. Like, I didn't really know about the Central Park 5.
Me neither. I
heard of it, but I thought it was more recent. I didn't know it happened in 1989.
Yeah. I thought it was the 90s when it happened.
I thought it was more recent than that, because I mean, I've heard little bits of it, but that shit was crazy, man. Like the first 10 minutes, I was just like, I was like, damn, can I get through this? Because my mind was just everywhere. Because it's crazy. Because the episode before last week episode, I told you how like I have these scenarios in my head that play every time I walk past
cops
about like me either being falsely charged with something, accused of something that niggas know I would never do, but it's my word against this.
Yeah.
Or another scenario where, you know, the cops be like, oh, put your hands up, and then you know what I'm saying? So watching this really had my emotions everywhere, because I was putting myself in them shoes like, damn, what? These guys are 16.
Yeah.
I couldn't even, I can't even imagine. 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine going through that now.
Yeah.
They were children back then. Like now I would be able to handle the interrogation rooms much better. I'm not saying shit. Speak to my lawyer. I won't speak to my lawyer. I'm not signing none. I ain't making no statements. I'm damn sure not admitting to none I ain't do.
Yeah.
I want to see my lawyer. I know that whole game about good cop, bad cop. I would have peeped that early. They was doing that shit.
Yeah.
I would have peeped he said this about you. All right, that's cool. I want to speak to my lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm not telling another man because you say I don't trust y'all niggas. I don't trust a word y'all saying.
Yeah.
But being in that situation, like me watching it, even from the beginning, I'm like, I had so much anxiety watching it. I'm just like, all right, I know what's about to happen. I know, I just don't know how the events happen. Like, and it just so happened they was in the park at the same time, but it happened like 400 plus feet away. And it's just like, what's the point of having DNA testing
that fell through,
sperm testing, blood testing
that fell through,
that don't, like, it don't match? Like, what's the point of even testing for it if y'all ain't gonna put it together? What's the point? What's the point of it? They raped this woman, right? But not because a speck of DNA is on it.
Because remember, the white judge, he was like, how many articles of clothing did you test from the park? And the white guy that was on the stand, I forgot where he was from, he was like 2. It was a sock with semen and the woman's clothes. And then the white lawyer was like, how many of the boys' DNA matched these 2 articles? He's like, none. Knowing that, right? If you didn't know that, and the prosecutor and the judge only mentioned, like, we retrieved a sock full of semen and DNA on the victim's shirt. As a juror or as somebody just listening, they'll be like, oh, it must be these guys. Yeah. It's allude. All they do is allude
if it's just semen on the scene, it's almost 100% chance that you was involved.
No, but I'm saying by them leaving that part out, by them specifying whose semen it is, all they're saying is they're making ambiguous, statements.
Right.
We retrieved a sock full of semen at the park, and we retrieved the victim's clothes with DNA and blood on it. Now, Central Park is big as fuck.
Yeah.
Listen to what they said at the park. It could be Central Park South, and we received the sock, and we retrieved the victim belongings at Central Park North. But at the end of the day, they said at the park. So as a juror, you're going to assume it was in close proximity or right there at the rape scene. So they purposely omit certain information to elude a conviction.
Right.
That's the devil, son. They straight up.
Yeah, bro. That shit was. I don't know, man. People got no heart, bro.
I was putting myself in certain scenarios. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, I know certain things, but at the time, like, let's say if I was 13, 14 in that situation, I know, like, I would have probably been caught up with the same shit. With the same routine, because I don't know. I hate when people act like they know everything.
Yeah.
Like, somebody would watch that and be like, "Oh, they dumb. Why they did that? Oh, they should have did this. They shouldn't have said nothing.
Shoulda, woulda,
You
coulda.
don't know what you would
there.
have did in that fucking scenario.
Yeah, in that mind state. Yeah.
People lying to you, and then you growing up being brainwashed, being socialized with police, thinking that they actually care about you, and then being like right there, being manipulated with the good cop, bad cop routine, being pushed around, slapped around by two cops, and then another cop coming in and pushing them away and being like, "Yo, I'm on your side." He's, caressing you. Well, not deceitful. Caressing, but he is, what's the word?
He's comforting you.
He's comforting you. And, telling him, he's telling you like, "Yo, all you got to do is such and such." And
affirmations.
And they keep saying, "All you got to do is this," and you go home. "All you got to do is that," and you go home.
Doesn't make, looking at it now, like, doesn't make sense. I'm admitting to a rape I didn't do. Why would I go home?
I disagree with. That I disagree with. I would have been like, if I agree to this, how am I going home? Is, I am judged.
When your brain is everywhere and you just focusing on going home and you a kid.
Yeah.
You probably just thinking like, if I just help them get what they want, maybe I can go home.
Yeah. And then
that little smither of hope.
Exactly. And then another thing too, which goes back to what I always say, fear. Because you're fearful of the situation that you're in, you're willing to do whatever to get yourself out of that situation without applying logical thought. But another thing too, I jotted it down while watching. They purposely held those 5 young men in that police precinct for 42 hours without food, water, bathroom breaks, and adult supervision.
Yep.
42 hours,
which is
instilling illegal, fear into them.
Because it wasn't a guardian.
Exactly. There wasn't a guardian. There wasn't a lawyer. Public appointed.
They're not able to sign nothing. They're not able to. One of them was like, "Oh, he released his rights to a lawyer. He's a minor. He literally can't do that." Yusuf, they was like, "Oh, he released his right to a lawyer."
When
his
the
mom walked in.
white cops. Yeah,
you can't do that.
Yeah,
and also it's illegal, but they always do that. You can't promise release with what's the word? You can't. The cops are not allowed by law to promise release by the cooperation.
Oh, okay.
They were saying, "Oh, if you do this, you leave." You can't. That's literally against the law.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what else broke my heart? One of the fathers, I think it was Raymond.
Yeah, when he told him to go along with it,
he basically told him to admit to the rape.
Yeah,
because he was afraid of, like, I guess the cop telling his boss about his job.
Yeah, not Raymond, Antron.
Antron. Yeah. He basically got you're a grown ass man. It's your son's life on the line. Fear. Look, and you a grown man. You got coerced by one cop in the hallway.
Why?
To a lower degree than your son did. Why
though? Once again, goes back fear, because this is what, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to point that out too with the dad. When he was on the stand in court, he should have told the jury, he should have told the whole court, I was coerced by the officer. They held my job over my head.
Yep.
Because of my past.
Yep.
And they coerced me. They manipulated me to get my son to say these things, because it was going to cost me my livelihood, and I could no longer provide for my family because I had a good job, and they was going to call my job to tell them about my past, which is something that I already served my time and all of this for. So why are you bringing this back up? But white people.
Yeah,
that's how they play.
That scene was very telling. That scene had a lot of layers. Like, you holding a black man's. First, you got this white cop standing over the black man who was sitting down. Then you got him holding over his past jail time over his job.
Yeah, look at me, boy.
Right. And then you had the cop turn the black father against the black child.
Yeah.
That's another layer in the black community.
Yep.
It's like
buck breaking. That's
you
what
got him telling his son, yelling at his son, cursing at his son, throwing chairs.
Like we manipulated the dad to do our job for us.
That shit got me fucked up, son. I was like, he cannot be serious, bro. You telling your son to admit to a rape because you want to protect your job and you want to, in quotation, you want to protect your son.
Yeah.
But he's admitting to a rape he didn't do. Come on. And then he was ashamed of himself because he didn't want to show up to the court because he knew he was dead wrong for doing that shit. And then him and his son never made amends after that. He ended up passing.
Eventually.
Nah. I just seen an interview with 97. He said he never made amends with his pops.
Well, I mean, he felt
his dad was dying, so I guess he helped him towards the end, but he said he never actually made amends with that with that moment. And I don't know if I could have either. Like
your dad left.
You threw me to the wolves, my nigga.
When you
be my protector.
Well, your family. He left the family when y'all most, needed him.
Right. Yep, that too.
But this is why I always you got to put things in perspective. Not everybody has the same strength. Not everybody has the same mental capacity in terms of processing and comprehending certain scenarios and information. So it's all about putting things in proper context. This black man, we don't know. First of all, we don't know what his past was about, what it entailed, why he was put in jail. And then we don't know what trauma he endured from being in jail. Kind of like the trauma that Corey endured. I'm just using him in particularly as an example because technically all 5 of them experienced trauma.
Yeah.
So we don't know if jail was so horrifying to this dad that he really believed in that moment that his son was going to be exonerated by just agreeing to this bullshit, or how his life would have played out after his job finding out about his past and all of that.
Right.
So, I mean, it's fucked up what he did by leaving his family, but at the end of the day, you got to put things in proper context. This is why I always say, black people, we need to live our lives without fear, because once you live your life without fear, you're going to apply logical thinking in certain situations. It's not going to cloud your judgment, and it's not going to shake you from your square or your foundation, your principles, your values, your interests, all of these things. So y'all niggas want to keep lollygagging. Y'all going to keep being played like bitches because that's what they depend on. That's what they, hope for in a sense.
Also, what's her name? Linda Fairstein, right?
Linda Fairstein,
who was the
Jewish bitch.
Who was she was Jewish too?
Fairstein. I told you, any name with Steen. Berg, Steen, all of that.
I'm telling you,
man.
She was the head of the crime section unit. That was the one that was they knew it was multiple detectives and cops that looked at the case
and was this shit don't add up.
This shit don't add up.
This was here. Happening at 9:15. That's at 9:40. The
times don't match up.
It's a 30-minute gap.
Yeah, it's like
the boys don't know each other. The only people that knew each other was Corey and the
stories they telling don't add up.
Yeah,
they telling on each other. Yeah. So it's like this shit. We don't really have a big case.
Evidence, yeah.
She was adamant on getting these young black boys put in jail for something she knew they didn't do, bro. She just wanted to get revenge for this white woman and just wanted to catch anybody hand she could have, and they just happened to be at the park at the same. Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
Because she in the show, she said, we need to round up any black and brown suspects that was present at the park at that time.
Yeah, any black and brown man that was in the park is a suspect.
And let's just say brown is black, because Dominican, you black, nigga.
Yeah, right.
Any black person that was present there, round them up.
Right. Which is crazy. It's crazy. Yo, it was a lot of layers. When I was watching it, bro, like just a lot of this.
Yeah.
Just like disappointment, a lot of anger.
You should watch it with Diamani as well. I plan on watching it with Elijah.
Yeah, I mean,
and people should watch this with young black children so they get it in their head. Something in the black community that I disagree with is we tend to believe that the youth are incapable of processing certain things or understanding certain things. I disagree, because the more we open up with them and show them the truth is the more trusting the relationship becomes. From their point of view, it's like you trust me enough to show me this. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'll be telling you, I'll be very open with Elijah. I'm very open with Elijah. Up to the other night, I had him laughing so hard that he opened up to me. He told me certain stuff that be happening in school. And while he's speaking, I had to like pause for a minute. I was like, wow, if I didn't say what I said and had him like laughing like this, he wouldn't have told me this shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's definitely something I propose that people watch with their youth, because this shit is like, look at a couple months ago, that ugly ass white bitch said the 10-year-old kid or 11-year-old kid rubbed up on her.
Yeah, grabbed her ass.
She ain't got no fucking ass. Her ass is like this, the stand.
Yeah.
Like, and she's ugly. Like, Klein, probably Jewish as well, because Klein is a Jewish name. So it's like, nobody is exempt from being falsely condemned by these devils. Nobody, regardless of our age, we're not exempt.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact. The last episode, I ain't gonna lie, that shit brought tears to my eyes.
With Corey?
Yeah. The part that, because it's crazy, he spent like 13, 14 years in jail because, one, he was 16. He got pushed into adult.
He wasn't even an adult.
Right.
That's fucked up. Like,
right. 16 is not nowhere near an adult.
16 and you with 18-year-olds to like 70-year-olds.
So seeing his journey from the beginning, even in his first jail, he went through like 4 different jails, transferring. Every time he would transfer, he would think he would get close to his mom. He would go further. Yeah. 100 miles, more Attica, 100 miles.
Yeah.
Westy or whatever. Just like getting beat up by grown men and just getting jumped by Nazis and then got jumped by his own people, got stabbed by his own people. Like, he went through some shit, man, and it's crazy.
I hope he didn't get raped. I kept thinking that. I was like, I wonder if
when those first 2 guys brought him in that room,
I thought he was gonna get raped. When I
don't know what that meant. I don't know if that meant like rape or just beat up.
Yeah.
And then when the guy was like, "What can you do for me?" I was like, "We give him head."
Yeah.
Because
I thought that
when he finally gave him the crunch bar, I'm like, I'm pretty sure he wants more than that crunch bar.
Yeah.
Like. So
because it didn't make sense.
Yeah, bro. It was
you got a fucking job. You could buy a Snickers, bro.
Me and my mom was just saying, it was like, bro, you don't come here to be no motherfucking gang boss, no fucking kingpin. You are a correctional officer. You are a prison guard. What are you doing coming here asking inmates for shit and trying to
you black
sexual acts or trying to like do your fucking job. Do your job and leave, bro. You got these niggas on payroll and shit. You got inmates on payroll and you a prison guard.
Yeah.
How sick is that? You come to work. You probably got a family at home. You come to work and turn evil.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
And just look at the socialization, right? Quick. Because I pay attention to a lot of shit. Look at this. Peep the socialization. Let's say people would be like, oh, this did happen. But this is just how my brain think. The black cop, the black CO was fucked up. Had him getting jumped, setting him up, possible rape. We don't know.
He's very fair skinned though. But he did look black.
He is black. The white CO was bringing him books. He was helping him in certain situations.
But that white CO, he looked like he looked like he was very white, but he looked like he had like some type of like Hispanic in him or something. I don't know. It was something about him, but I know what you mean though.
He was white. So from a viewer standpoint,
white savior.
If you watch this show and let's say, God forbid, you hypothetically speaking, you got arrested, in your subconscious mind, let me be more acquainted with the white correction officer. Because they're more likely to look out for me. They have more empathy, more sympathy for me. The black CO would probably have like some type of ulterior motive if I was to be acquainted with him. That's just how my brain works.
Yeah, I mean, somebody viewing that could take that from that. Yeah.
Because I'm not saying every single person. Because remember, everybody processes things differently.
Yeah.
But that's just socialization. Like, he was speaking to him. He was going to his cell, keeping him company.
He brought him books. He brought the chia pet. Yeah, he was treating him like a human being.
The other white CO, the fat one, when he got transferred to the place where he met Reyes, the actual rapist, he was cool. He was more respectful. He wasn't like, banging on his shit. He wasn't harassing him. He was like, oh, you gotta come to the warden wants to meet you. Right. Or the chaplain wants to meet you, or come with me here real quick, or come there. Like, he wasn't, he
gave him a job.
Yeah. So.
It was the fact that he spent, within Corey Wise.
Yeah.
They said, I read somewhere today that was like, Yusuf was like, he went to the park, but he didn't even really stay long. He went there for a minute and then he dipped out. He wasn't even there for all the antics and shit, they said.
Okay.
And he spent the most time in jail.
Yeah.
And he probably endured the most horrendous things possible in jail.
Yeah.
As compared to the other brothers. And on top of that is like, the part that really got me, like the part that really brought tears to my eyes, because watching the whole like 4 episodes, I was on the edge. I was on the brim of like, damn, like my heart goes out to these guys. Like, this is so disheartening watching this shit. And then like, like if they was white, I feel bad. I'm just like, damn, but like they look like me. You know what I'm saying?
And it happens to us.
Like my dad is black, my family is black. That shit can happen to anybody.
That is black.
So, shout out to my pop. You ain't too far from that shade, nigga.
I wish I was darker. I always say that.
All right. You
saying that is not hurting.
I'm just saying you making jokes.
No, I'm not making jokes. I'm being objective. Your dad is like this mug.
No, he's not.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
if he was in the park, they'd have been like, "Where's the other suspect?" All he had to do was like this.
Close his eyes. Yeah, but nah, like the part that really got me like tears in my eyes was when he was in the cell, solitary confinement. And the guard borderline was like, hey, the guy, what's his name? The chapel guy, what's his name? He had like a priest or some shit.
Chaplain.
Why they had that nigga in jail?
Jail have everybody.
It's very out of place. I don't know. Yeah. He was like, it's a business. Your younger sister died, or older sister died. And then when
brother died.
Yeah. But
it's Marcy.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
which one?
I gotta call my mom.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, well, we want to make sure you're okay first. And then Corey was like, you want to make sure I'm okay?
And you like, okay.
I'm in this jail for something, and do you make sure I'm okay?
Yeah.
And then as soon as he said, nobody gives a fuck about me. Nobody. And he started like wilding out. Bro, tears running down my face, but I couldn't hold it in. Cause seeing his journey, I'm just like, damn. Like I could see how he could feel that way.
Yeah.
He's too far away from his mom to reach him.
Mm.
She can't afford to come out there.
Yeah.
He's not getting letters from nobody else.
Yeah. And
then he asked his mom years ago to get Yusuf to write to him. Yusuf's mom was like, nah, I'm not engaging in that because they can't be communicated to inmates. So he really was in there by himself, getting attacked by white inmates, getting attacked by his own people. Solitary confinement from a kid. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
thank God he didn't go crazy. I mean, he started speaking to himself, but
son, he's powerful.
Yeah,
he is powerful.
He's a great human.
He could have went out earlier if he just admitted to the rape that he didn't do. They would let him out earlier.
Oh no,
the fact that he appealed and was like, I'm not
copping out to something I never did.
And then one scene where he doing push-ups, the guy was like, hey, it's time for
your appeal visit.
Yeah, your appeal visit. He was like, nah, I'm good. If they ain't gonna take my truth, I don't need to.
I ain't got to meet with
that them. Shit was so noble. I can't even say I would have did that.
Yeah,
that's very noble, and it makes me think about certain things I wouldn't say all, but I do believe certain things happen for a reason. Because if he did,
everything happens for a reason.
I don't subscribe to that. You could disagree.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I mean,
the fact that he stayed there for so long and that he met Matthias Reyes, who's the real, like, he fought him first. They know it was him. And then walked up to him later on and was like, oh, you still in here? The fact that he was still in there because he said no. He could have, you know what I'm saying? That shit was like, wow, bro. Imagine if he didn't, they would have still been deemed as Central Park 5 that raped that woman.
And another thing, too, another important factor, the fact that Matthias Reyes came to the awareness that Corey was maintaining his innocence, that made him reflect on himself. And that's when he was like, I can't have, it doesn't sit right with me having or watching another man be, you know, condemned and
for my sins.
Yeah, exactly. For my sins. So
there's a little heart in there.
This is why, you know,
that nigga was sick though. He was already serving a life sentence for killing raping 3 women, and he killed one.
And this is how fucking dumb the DA and the detectives
how you not
and
catch
the police,
this nigga?
4 rapes in the same year within couple
around
months,
Central Park.
Around Central Park. No,
Harlem.
It doesn't make sense. No, they're not related. They're not related.
And he was in Harlem invading people's homes and shit.
5 innocent, well-dressed black men.
They didn't want to prove
5 winner in well 4 because Corey was apprehended the next. Well, 3 because Corey and Yusuf was apprehended the next day. 3 innocent, well-dressed black men in the park who happened to be in the park were apprehended for a rape, right? While the actual rapist was walking around bloody
with the headphones up,
with her Walkman blasting in his her blood ears. And nobody saw this.
And they sent out a search team in the park. But y'all missed this nigga walking around looking like Jason.
Yo.
Shit is crazy, son.
This is why I cannot fuck. Yo, if I was to build my own community, people could say what they want. I don't want no white person in the fucking community. Because this is the bullshit that's gonna fucking happen again. Because black people, we're too damn compassionate to other niggas. And not ourselves. Like,
yeah, it's a fact.
It doesn't make no fucking sense how this shit could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy, son. It's crazy. He raped 3 women. Well, was it 4?
4 total, including the woman total, the victim.
And then, this is before he got caught. He actually got caught because he tried to rape a girl in her house. She escaped and got the landlord, and he held him down until cops got there. But before that, he did some horrific shit. He went inside some lady's house. He like popped her eyes out her socket, killed her, raped her while her kids were in another room
listening to it. Yeah.
And to think he still had a little bit of heart to be like, you know what, this guy is in here for my sins. I should admit to it.
Yeah.
So it's just like that.
It makes
the whole situation is crazy.
It makes me think like this, right? For all the Christians or whoever, religious people who actually believe in a place called heaven and a place called hell. It makes me think, what if, because, you know, according to the Bible, it said, y'all cannot judge each other because all y'all niggas is imperfect. Right. Only I can judge. So it makes me think, like, let's say we all die and Matthias Reyes is in heaven. Because of his good, you know, he was like...
His last deed.
Exactly.
He repented for his sins.
Exactly. So...
Could you imagine that shit?
All the people... Oh, you know, black...
The girls he killed and raped is in
heaven.
How the
fuck is he here? Like, you know what I'm saying? And God is like, shut the fuck up.
I repented.
I'm the one that makes the judgment. Right. You don't worry about shit. But shit like that crossed my mind from time to time.
Yeah, but let's get into something else though. That shit was crazy.
One more thing. I see a lot of people basically flagging Linda Fierstein and, you know,
all her
boycotting.
Social media got
her books
deactivated,
getting them recalled and all of that from Amazon. I agree with that. But we need to apply this same energy to all them niggas. The detectives, that old piece of shit white judge, the puffy hair woman. What's her name again?
I forgot her name.
Letterer. Yeah, that was her name. Letterer.
Get them all the fuck out.
All of them, son.
Because they knew they was dead wrong.
And
son.
Salute to the black lawyer that they tried to play because he was a divorce attorney and he turned up on their ass. And, you know, he spoke very well in the opening, you know. Yeah, salute to that black man. You know, they always got to try to keep a black man down. Oh, he black. He don't know what he talking about. When the fucking Spanish guy surprised everybody. Oh, my client is innocent. That's all I have to say. Speaking of black men that we should salute. Shout out to Mark, Mr. Black Bandana. If you not familiar with... this is his IG name. If you're not familiar with his IG name, you're gonna definitely be familiar with his video. Recently we saw a video of a black man in the face of Trump supporters telling them to shut the fuck up, fuck Donald Trump. You didn't see
it? He took his hat off.
Yeah, slapped their hat, all of that.
Them and shit.
All about context, all about narrative. Once again, they showed this video started recording
when he was already
in their face. But it didn't show when the same Trump supporters were saying fuck niggers, get out of here, go back to Africa in front of this black man's family. He had his children in his vehicle. None of this was omitted from the video.
Of course it was.
We dealing with devils,
agenda.
Right? But shout out to that black king, man. Yo,
I like that video
too. Fearless. This is what I'm talking about. Fearless. All that shit white people be talking. When you actually show that fearlessness, all that shit subsides. These niggas are straight up they was bitches.
Quiet. They was real quiet. I heard people a white woman in the video, she was like, oh, look at him. He's looking for attention. And someone that, like you said, who just saw the video from that, I saw niggas in the comments. I saw black people in the comments. This is an embarrassment. Look at he making us look bad, but you don't have no fucking context.
Exactly.
You have no context.
Niggas, that's the same thing I said.
He should have snuffled one of them niggas. But then he ended up getting arrested at the end of it.
Yeah. He got apprehended.
For like a parking ticket or some shit? Or like he parked in the wrong spot?
Well, first of all, you yelling fuck Donald Trump and fuck that for white people. You're going to be apprehended regardless.
I hated the end of that.
Because he cleared it up.
I'm sure. But I just hated the fact that at the end, they was like cheering like, yeah, get him out. I was like, he should have snuffed one of y'all niggas. Because I knew it was more to the video than just that. I know somebody walking with their family is not just turning up in front of a group of people just like that. It's always context.
If I was there, best believe I was going to pull out. Nah, I was going to get out my car and I was going to wait backup security in case anybody
like pull out.
No. Why am I doing that? That's stupid.
I don't know. When I hear pull out, I think it's two things. I mean, pull out.
I was getting out my car.
Pull out your dick.
And I was pull out my dick in front of a bunch of white niggas. Yeah, okay. But I was definitely going to get out my car.
Yeah.
Like I remember a couple weeks ago before when I was coming here to record, I told you I was driving down Pennsylvania and I saw two white cops.
It was before episode was Stan, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I saw them holding onto this young black dude on his bicycle on the sidewalk. So I was like, I circled the block and I went back on Pennsylvania. I had called you while I was doing it. I was like, yo, I'm about to pull up on this and see what's going on. If they still out here, I'm definitely stopping. I'm getting out my car. If they not, then I'm coming. I might be late to this episode, but that's what we got to do. We got to back each other up. No, there's there's some support, but the magnitude of support, the ratio of support between blacks and whites and whites, even blacks and whites, is very fucking big. It's very, very, very,
Yeah. Nah, we definitely got to stand by each other, man. But like you said, it's that fear. It's that fear of going to jail. It's that fear of you dying. It's that fear.
People don't even go to jail, though. You don't even have to go to jail. Like, just by supporting a black person, you don't. No,
I'm saying scenarios. That's the fear thinking that,
that
like,
might possibly happen.
If I like intercede this, what they're doing right now, maybe he might turn on me. Maybe he might send me to put my hands up. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? So it's that thought process. But look, man, we just.
And speaking of support,
if nobody gonna do it for us, who else gonna do it? Because they ain't gonna do it for us.
Exactly. And this is once again, black Christians come to the front of the fucking congregation. Let me make this shit real fucking clear. A white man with blonde hair and blue eyes wearing robes is not coming back from out the sky to save your stupid ass. Y'all need to, like...
You know what's crazy? I was walking to work.
These niggas dead ass. This is why they like this. This is why a lot of us is subservient, because we honestly believe this nigga is coming back from out the sky to save us.
Not even out the sky, out the ground, because he's resurrecting, right?
Yeah, stupid ass fucking people. But voodoo bringing people back from the dead. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's the devil. But we gonna eat Jesus's flesh and drink his blood in a Catholic church for communion.
That sounds like vampire.
And that doesn't make any sense. While the priest is shaking this smoky shit, whispering
sage
in your face. It's not sage. Shaking this shit. You don't know which. Every Sunday, every Saturday, you're being part of a spell. You're taking part in a some type of, ceremony, ritual,
yeah.
And your stupid ass believe that this is right because we have a book.
It's crazy. I was walking to the L train the other day, and I saw plastered on the side of somebody's window. It was black folks in the car. It was a big ass picture of white Jesus. I just shook my head. I said, I'm like, I can't believe y'all niggas got this shit, bro.
Black people,
like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
really dumb, son.
Like, that shit don't mean, okay, you gonna believe in Jesus? Cool. Make him black. At least, that's the least you could do. Like, at least say his color in a little bit. Like,
you subscribe to says it. Like,
that's just crazy. That's just lazy. Yeah, that's just being lazy.
But speaking of support, a white 7-year-old from Austin, Texas, racked up $22,000 by selling hot chocolate. And the reason for him selling hot chocolate, was to build the wall.
Yeah, I saw that. Where the fuck is his permit though? What's that little nigga permit though?
If he do have a permit.
Where that nigga? Because wasn't it a
illegal?
No. Wasn't it these two black kids selling lemonade, and this white woman came by and was like, she actually called the police on them because they didn't have a permit.
Yep.
So where the fuck is that nigga permit, son? Cause I'm telling you, if I see that, I'm reporting to the proper authorities, nigga. We taking it down, cause we gonna treat niggas fair around here. Where's your permit? Where's your permit, Timothy? None? Alright. We getting you the fuck out of here.
But look at that.
Yeah, to build a wall.
The GoFundMe actually raised like around $22.9 million. He was one of the.
It was a GoFundMe.
It was a GoFundMe.
So he didn't actually sell it?
No, it was a GoFundMe started by a nonprofit organization to fund building the wall. But this little kid, he was one of the top donors.
Just by
with his $22,000 that he contributed to the GoFundMe, he was one of the top contributors. As far as that amount, just from selling hot chocolate to other white supremacists. And look how much they made. But
for this little kid who doesn't really know shit, hard work.
Yeah, but all these black families struggling with rent, struggling with this, struggling with that, whose children are like Central Park 5 victims, falsely incarcerated. They need lawyer money, attorney fees. They need to pay bills, food, commissary, all of these things. But black niggas out here throwing money like Adrian Broner, counting money like what's his name, Black Youngster.
I see niggas still wearing Gucci.
Still wearing Gucci. I see niggas Gucci. And women still wearing women still wearing Gucci, still shopping at H&M, still wearing Burberry, still wearing all these brands that don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
So I put y'all niggas in the same boat with them black Christians. Bunch of clown ass niggas. Y'all can feel away. I don't really care. Our integrities are different.
Yeah. The same time you posted that picture with the black guy wearing Gucci suit looking in the mirror and seeing a coon with the red lips, it's the same like week some guy that I met years ago at an event, a WV event, a training in like I think it was Kentucky. I think he from like Texas or something. He posted a video of him, flexing. The video started from his feet and then went up. He had
where you met him?
At like a WV training.
Okay.
In the past, he had on a full Gucci suit, and I'm just saying there like.
And when he posted this yesterday, the same day you said, right? That I posted.
Around the same week you posted that picture. I'm like, it's just crazy. Like, but you know, you gotta flex, man. You gotta flex for these folks that don't care about you, because you gotta do it. You gotta do it, my nigga.
Where the women at?
Look, what's more important than opinions from folks who don't care about you? What's more important? You can't name me anything more important than opinions from folks who don't care about you. It's nothing more important than that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing more important than flexing about shit you don't have to make it seem like you do have it. That's why we on this earth, bro, to flex, bro, for the clout. That's why we here.
That's why a majority of us here.
That's why we here.
Oh man.
Oh, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's shift the
narrative.
Let's shift the ties a little bit. Yo, shout out to Jay-Z, man.
Shout out to Hove.
Shout out to Jay-Z, man, for being hip hop's first billionaire. Yeah. We saw that coming though. Him and Diddy was in the forefront. Him, Diddy, Dre, Snoop, 50 Cent. They was in the hundreds of millions. I think Snoop. Even Master P got like 400. Master P got like 400. But yo, shout out to Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z, he's one of those guys that like you really could count on to really show you how to move, show you how to like just everything, like his calmness. He's very collective. He's like the chosen one in a sense. Like he's like the oldest rapper in the game. But when he he's still relevant. When he puts out projects, it still hits the streets hard. Yeah. The young people still fuck with it. So it's like he's still moving things in the culture. Yeah. He's showing you how to move. The only flaw that I've seen from him was the recent cheating on Beyonce and whatnot.
Well, I wouldn't call that a flaw.
I mean, I would call that a flaw because I don't agree with cheating on your woman. But I'm not saying he's less of a man of it.
Put stuff in context, like we said. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it is context, but you still cheated.
I can't. That's where we differ.
You disagree? All right, but nah. Besides that, like, I've never really been the biggest fan of Jay-Z, but I've always admired what he has done as far as like his business acumen. Yeah. And I always knew he was a good rapper. It's just sonically. And plus, I was young when his first album came out, 2001, that type of shit. I was into like R&B and shit like that. I was into like Usher and singing and stuff like that. But yo, shout out to Jay-Z, man. Billionaire, like, as a collective, like what he's done. Billionaire. That shit's crazy, son. Coming from Marcy Projects, from being a drug dealer, being just a regular rapper, and then now that shit's crazy.
Yeah, salute to him. I also saw that Rihanna became, in terms of musician, not just hip hop, the wealthiest female musician in terms of her assets or something like that. I was surprised. I thought Beyonce. It said
that I'm telling you about that makeup shit,
like 600 mil,
and that clothing line shit.
I think it's just from music though.
It's just from music. Really, she made more than Beyonce just from music.
It said Beyonce. It had Celine Dion on the list. Madonna on the list. Madonna was number 2.
So Rihanna, then Madonna.
Yeah,
and then Beyonce.
I can't remember where Beyonce
got to be up there.
It was like a couple women they mentioned, and I was like, I don't know how they measured this, because I was like, I don't know. Beyonce in my head is number 1. Yeah. In terms of like
music,
but then
when you think of music,
if you factor in the Fenty beauty and all of that, I would understand. I would be like, okay,
bro, she making a killing.
But if you're just talking about music, I'm like, she sold that many records. I mean, but then again, records and tours, because people do love Rihanna.
Yeah, right.
I mean, people with the highest following, the Beehive for Beyonce, Rihanna followers, Nicki Minaj followers, like these people are like, consumed by these artists, these women. Yeah. So, hey, salute to both of them.
Yeah, right, so shout out to both of them. Yeah, shout out Nicki Minaj too.
Salute to both of them. Yeah. Just do positive shit with your money.
Right.
Yeah, so
shout out to Jay. I just wanted to give him that shout out. You know what I'm saying? We got another one we got another brother in the door. I just want to see what's going to come from this.
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to do? That's one.
Yeah.
He's already doing things with his money, but when you break into that, well, at least I believe so, because I have no idea about this. But I believe when you break into that $1 billion realm, it's a different room you walk into with different people. You know what I'm saying?
Different respect.
So I don't know what's going to come from this.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I think it'll be positive.
Yeah. I actually came across an article. It said, wait, was it an article? No, I was actually talking with my brother, and he was like, it's something, but every time Warren Buffett like gives advice to a black entertainer, they start making certain business moves and they hit that $1 billion mark.
I mean,
or close to.
Hey,
he spoke with Floyd Mayweather.
He's on his way.
He spoke with Jay-Z and somebody else he mentioned, and I was like, wow, I never knew that. So hey, soak up that game.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
just like since the three of them spoke to, well, since the two, because I can't remember the other person. If the two of them spoke with this guy and they're on their way of hitting billionaire status, speak with these men.
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to take a picture? This is why Nip said, like, rap niggas, they just want to double date with you. Twit pick and show these hoes that they affiliate with you. Like,
yeah,
you're not trying to suck up no game. You just trying to take a picture and be like, yeah, big bro said such a.
Yep.
First one, nigga never told you that.
Right. He's not your bro.
You went to his section in the club.
Asked for a picture.
I'm a big fan. Like, can you please get a picture?
Right.
And then your caption is totally contrary to the scenario.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with that totally. When I used to go to like the trainings and events, stuff like that, and like people would see these folks
Top
that were
ranking,
high ranks and they were making millions of dollars, and everybody would go for a picture, and I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
Get your picture. But me personally, the folks that I did know, that I knew on a personal level that was high ranking,
yeah,
I ain't care for no picture. I want to get advice. I want to get wisdom. I want to have a conversation. Let's go out to lunch.
Yeah.
I want to speak to you.
Yeah.
I don't care for the picture. I never wanted a picture with these niggas. I want to sit down and learn. I want to ask questions. I want to learn. All that picture shit does nothing for me. What does it give me? Clout?
Bro.
For what?
I could have easily got a picture with Mos Def. I could have easily got a picture with Questlove.
Right.
Easy. I could have easily got out the car and got a picture with her. But what is that doing?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what? I get 150 likes with each picture. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
I want 150 subscribers, nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what the hell I want.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
150 people tuning in additionally to have this message resonate with them so that they can spread.
Right.
That's all. Like, that shit matters to me.
Yeah.
All that other shit is superficial shit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Me taking a picture with an artist is like me wearing a whole YSL outfit, a whole Gucci outfit. What the fuck is that?
It's promo.
I'm just
free promo.
Free promo.
Yeah.
I'm just advertising.
Free promo.
That's all I'm doing.
You
don't know me. I'm the
fuck
product.
The picture. I'm putting my podcast in their phone.
Like,
we saved the picture for when you come on the podcast.
Exactly.
If you come on the podcast,
I don't care about that shit.
Niggas.
After what's said and after what's needed is met, then I'll probably post a picture.
Yeah.
Other than that,
months later or something like that.
I really don't care. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
But other news. Recently, shout out to Samoa. I came across an article. It was actually it came out last year, July 10th, the day before your birthday.
July 11th is my birthday for those listening. You know
they pulled the MMR vaccine from being administered in the country after 2 1-year-old babies
Which
died.
Country?
Samoa. After 2 1-year-olds died just minutes after receiving the MMR. Minutes.
That means it went into their system and just completely went haywire.
Exactly. Shout out to them.
That's insane.
They ain't on no stupid ass
telling you, man.
Coon shit. Like,
these vaccines, man, they not good, man.
People showing pictures like my son was talking. He was attentive. He was looking at me. He was this. He was that. Soon as they got the vaccine, the son droopy-eyed, no attention span, can't even speak.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Drooling.
Giving vaccines to a baby seems, I don't care if it's a good vaccine. That shit just seems off to me. Cause they got a small system. Like even when you take the flu shot as an adult, it gets you. They say don't get you the flu, but you start feeling a little sick. This is an infant. You know what I'm saying? My
future children's, their vaccine will be the placenta. Will be alkaline diet. This is their vaccine. Will be consuming more water than juice and soda and all this shit. This is their vaccine.
Yeah.
Science tells us that our body is self-contained in a sense. The vagina cleans itself. There's certain organisms by our anus that cleans up the feces, whatever remaining debris. Not saying that we should indeed leave remaining debris after taking a shit.
Of course.
But science proves these things. We have an internal immune system that is to protect and maintain the pH, maintain our, homeostasis within the system or whatever. Why do we need these white people antigens who is proven to distribute smallpox and all these other diseases soon as they come in contact with other people?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's tricky out here, man.
Since we're on the topic of doctors and hospitals and healthcare, also came across another topic. A black woman, she died unfortunately due to internal bleeding after undergoing a C-section operation, and the doctors cut her bladder and left it like that. They didn't sew it up. They didn't, stop the bleeding. So she ended up bleeding out internally, and now her infant is growing up without a mom.
I don't trust these doctors.
I don't trust these fucking white people. You say doctors, I say white people.
Were they white?
Most likely. The fuck?
But you gotta be sure though.
I don't care. Who started? Listen. I take everything back to the source.
Let's assume they white.
We didn't have hospitals.
Well, let's not assume they white.
We were not giving birth. This way of giving birth, laying down on the table, is a westernized way. Africa, we wasn't doing that. We were if you look at the movie, even Roots has it. The African woman, she was standing up by the tree and she gave birth because law of gravity, stand up, it's easier for the baby to come out. Period. As long as I see something, C-section, all of this, cesarean section, you know where it got its name? Julius Caesar. Cut the woman belly while it's, like that. It's automatically white. Like, it could be an Asian doctor, it could be a black doctor. At the end of the day, this knowledge came from a white institution, and it's a white practice.
My mom had a C-section.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
My mom had one with a chemo.
She was in labor for like 17 hours with me.
But you so small. Like, it's like straining on the toilet. And those little pebble come up.
Yo, watch your mouth, my nigga.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm big where it counts.
I don't need to know that.
I didn't clarify.
Topic.
It could be brain, it could be mindset. But nah. I want to speak on that. Okay. That's what I'm saying, man. Let me find a page because it's a guy that I follow. I'm gonna give him a shout out right now too, because he's a brother and he does the good work. I'm gonna find his name right now. I think his name is Yaka. Damn. It's always when I try to find shit, I can't find it, bro. It's something like Yaka. It's something, but whatever. He has a black wife, black children. He's a black man. I think he's vegan, alkaline diet. He speaks on this product he sells that has minerals and 102 minerals. And
that's good.
He had testimonies of like people saying they took it and they start feeling better. And then he has a video of his wife giving, I think it's after she gave birth, in the tub, in their home. and he's holding the umbilical cord attached to the placenta, I think it was, and he's cleaning it off. He's like, has it in the water. It's still healthy. He said it's called like the root of the tree. It's like what they used to call it in African times. Like you can see it. It looks very healthy. Like, so he knows his shit. Like
it looked like veins.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and it's proven what he's done, and that's the route I want to take with my, like, when I have children. No, universe willing, circumstance willing, God willing, whatever you want to say.
But you don't believe in God.
But I'm just giving all aspects.
Just say scientists willing.
I'm not saying scientists. Scientists.
Oh, Big Bang willing. The fuck? Nigga trying to switch over now.
Nah. So I want my wife to have my children naturally for multiple reasons. Because I believe it's a better birth for the child. It would be less stressful for the woman. And I don't want to have it in no hospital. I've heard too many things. They drop these little droplets in the baby's eyes when they're born. I heard they give them little vaccines soon as they born. I heard little things. They giving the mother medicine. And it's proven. And I spoke about it on this podcast. And for black women who don't know, I'm letting you know now. There is proven studies and trends of black women giving birth in hospitals dying at a much higher alarming rate than white women. No, than any other woman.
Yeah, I know.
They're dying more because they're being cared for less.
Because it goes back to slavery. They said white people have this dickhead ass, demonic ass ideology that they actually said it. Black people are more prone to pain, so we don't have to administer any like anesthesia or anything to alleviate you of this pain. So, you black, you could suffer pain. You used to suffer with lashes, 40 lashes back in the day. You could suffer giving birth or whatever.
Right. That's just, you know what? I'm gonna find. Oh yeah, Yada _awakening. YADA_awakening.
I'm about to check them out right now. All right, cool.
And he he posts about food you supposed to eat and all that, and he speaks on this type of stuff about women having kids in the hospital and the baby coming out not the way it's supposed to, the woman not making it home. We spoke about a story months ago about a man, his wife died because she's having pain in her and like her abdomen region, like internal bleeding or whatever. After they left her there for like 6 hours. He was begging her for help. They like, we too busy. We'll get to her. She ended up dying. He didn't turn up as much as I think he should have, but I wasn't in that position. But I know what I'm doing though. I'm turning the fuck up. I'm grabbing somebody by their jacket. Yo, my wife needs help, nigga. We just gave birth.
Doing. That's not what I'm doing.
What you gonna do?
I'm flatlining that whole fucking building.
Wait, what your wife in it?
No, that's stupid. My baby and my wife, they gotta leave first.
Right.
I mean, if she died though.
I mean, no.
If she already died, then
this is before that. Like, she's trying to get them. It's crazy, bro. Like,
but she ended up dying.
Hospitals. Yeah, she ended up dying.
All right. So I know. Listen, black people, we gotta maintain.
You
our
employ
composure.
C4s.
We gotta maintain our composure. When something happens, we cannot exude, certain emotions so niggas read us. Be like, all right. Where my baby at? All right. Then don't let them know when you planning. Don't let them know when you planning. What you planning.
It ain't no plan though. His wife's life is ticking out.
No, but you already said this is me saying in terms of if she already bled out for 6 hours and already died. I'm like, all right, okay. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna cry, whatever.
You gonna come back? What with
come back like Jason? Come back like Jason. All y'all niggas. Like. Yeah. People be like, but it's innocent people in there. My wife was innocent.
See, I don't agree with that.
See, I know a lot of people don't agree with this
because it's innocent lives.
At the end of the day, listen,
it's innocent children gonna get killed.
At the end of the day, this is what I'm gonna say.
Doctors that pertain to that particular.
If Judgment Day is real and God gonna judge us, and my case is on the line,
you gonna take your ticket.
And my case is on the line, I'm gonna be like this. And God asked me to plead my case.
He not asked you to plead, nigga. Go to hell.
I'm gonna disregard everybody else. I'm gonna be like, God, this is how I stand. This is how I interpret shit. Millions, hundreds of millions of Africans died during the transatlantic slave. Just the transportation process. more black people died during that process than actually being in bondage for over 400 years. Just that alone. I did it for them. I could go even more. I could be like, all right, the slaves were innocent, these people were innocent, that people were innocent.
God gonna cut you over and say, "I'll go to hell," whoop, and drop the floor gonna drop and you gonna fall down, nigga.
All right, that's your perception. He know my heart. He know I go to hell. Look, I'm turning up in hell.
I hear what you
like niggas. You think I'm gonna be like a pushover in hell?
Look, I hear what you're saying.
But I'm gonna be running hell. Nigga. I'm gonna run hell. I'm gonna be like, where's Satan at?
You gonna turn to a bed and breakfast? You gonna turn to a bed and breakfast?
Turn to Airbnb.
Look, I hear what you're saying. We're gonna move off this, and I hear what you're saying, but that has nothing to do with them because it's black folks in that hospital.
Okay, so I should only kill the people who neglected her.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if other people died this way by other doctors that were neglected due to malpractice?
You don't know that, though.
Oh, you don't know that. How many babies were injected with MMR and all this shit? I mean, by other employees. Look, you don't know that. We don't know that. But at the end of the day, all of us gonna fucking die together. Damn, you talk about that shit in spirit form. That's how I see shit. If they take one of us, we gotta take 10 to 20 of them. Period.
But you're gonna be killing black people too.
I'm be like, all the black people get out. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna be like, Popeye's got a deal: 10 chicken with 10 piece for $2.99. All the black people gonna be walking out with they oxygen tank. They gonna be like, oh, excuse me, babe, excuse me. I'm trying to hurry up for this deal.
Yo, that's fucking. Yo, I'm in tears, bro. Yo, man. Speaking about, since we on the topic of spirits and God, all type of shit. Great segue. So, I saw something on Twitter. Yo, you a fool, son. I saw something on Twitter the other day that really had me thinking, and I'm gonna do some research. Cause I know this stuff happens a lot. This girl was a black girl too. She tweeted verbatim. This is the tweet right here. I've been feeling so weird lately, like death near me or it's finna be my time. That ain't normal, right? 3 question marks. Shit is scaring me now. I saw another girl retweet that maybe 5-6 days later. She died in a car accident. So I know that energy is real and your spirit will speak to you and it would give you signs and shit. It could be that. It's just like that shit got me thinking about like, all right. So our spirit could sense what's gonna happen to you in the near future if your spirit is down the same frequency, whatever terminology you may say.
If you're in tune with it.
That shit got me thinking about, so this time shit we got going on right here on this earth as we live in, it's a construct. Like what is really time? Because like if your spirit could tell what's gonna happen to you in the future, like who's to say that what we doing right now ain't already happened already? Like what we got right now has already happened, and our spirit is just watching it play out. Think about that.
Yeah.
What if? And I've always subscribed to our life isn't already written by somebody. Circumstances. Something happened for a reason.
You said somebody.
Well,
you mean something?
Yeah. Well, something or somebody. I'm not sure what it is, but I've always subscribed to that. I don't think that our life is already written. I believe that you do certain things and it changes the outcome for things that may happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever. Some things happen for a reason. I don't believe all things happen for a reason. I believe some things are coincidence, some things are circumstances. I believe you was there at the right time. But situations like this got me thinking like maybe this shit is all written out and our spirit is watching it play out and they gonna try to warn us or try to, you know what I'm saying, let us know, alright, nigga, you too hot right now, nigga. Some shit about to happen. You need to lay low.
Yeah.
Cause that's crazy, son. 5 days before she passed.
Yeah. Malcolm X knew he was gonna get shot.
That's crazy.
According to the movie. Malcolm X knew he was gonna get shot at the Audubon Ballroom.
They say Tupac knew too. He was saying certain things before he passed.
Martin Luther King, a lot of people don't know this. Martin Luther King Jr., he was not supposed to be there that night when he delivered the mountaintop speech. When he was like, I've been to the mountaintop and I like to say that we as a people will make it to the promised land. He wasn't supposed to be in attendance at that venue. A lot of people don't know that.
Where's he supposed to be?
He was supposed to be at the hotel resting.
So why he went?
The next day he was assassinated because of that speech. Because his mindset changed. A lot of black leaders, after meeting with Elijah Muhammad, a lot of people don't know this too. After they met and spoke with most honorable Elijah Muhammad, their mindset changed in terms of how they were going about black activism. He was begged to be there, and that's when he went. The crowd was uneasy. They had couple other black officials, like Jesse was probably there. Other black people were top, but not at his status, were there. And the crowd, they were uneasy. They was like, we want Dr. King. We want Dr. King. And they got back to him at the hotel. He's like, the people want me, so I have to go. This is my mission. You know what I'm saying?
My duty, yeah.
Yeah. So he went, and they would, yeah. And I listened to the speech, and it was a powerful speech. Mm-hmm. And that's just to show, like, this is why I say everything happened for a reason. A lot of people, they would say like, oh no, not everything is coincidence, circumstance. Not talking about you only, but everything happened for a reason. How you distinguish it, I would say, is the mental processing that you go into prior to making certain decisions. This is where we distinguish mistakes from this was supposed to be done. But the mistakes is still vital, because the mistakes teaches you in these specific scenarios, these situations. So when you come across these situations in the future, or similar situations, you know how to move, you know how to maneuver, because you already experienced it. This is why it is more of a sin, or it is more detrimental when you keep doing the same shit when you already, suffer the consequence. Mm-hmm. Like, why would you do that again? You already got burned. Why are you fucking unprotected with these random chicks still? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I believe everything happened for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. This is my thoughts on it. But when I read that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she literally was like, yo, I feel like death is near me. And she died in a car accident.
Yeah. Biggie, all and Pac.
And it wasn't like, oh no, like, somebody killed her. Somebody saw that. I was like, all right, I'll make that shit come true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like some unforeseen, like, car accident. You don't know. Sometimes you survive, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I do believe that her spirit was telling her son, like, there's no way you having these thoughts that death is near me, and then some shit happens within a 6 to 7 day span. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
I think it's something beyond our physical that manifests that, or was trying to, you know what I'm saying? Once again, it's either spirits could tell the future.
Yes.
Or spirits, they watching shit play out. Like, they already know your timeline. And that got me thinking, like, all right, so what is this time shit? What is this life shit? Like,
time is only bound by physical things. We are physical beings. So therefore we're bounded by time. You see what I'm saying? Explain
that more.
Day and night.
Day and night,
we are we visually, comprehend it. We process it. When it's dark out, we know it's night. When it's light out, we know it's day.
Right.
We know it's 24 hours in a day. We know, yeah, but based on the time that was, constructed, watches and stuff, we see that it, covers the cycle. These are physical things. We are physically witnessing the sun. We are physically witnessing the moon in a dark sky with stars. You see what I'm saying? So my interpretation is physical things are bound by time. This book that I read, The Holy Quran, Circle 7, that was written by Noble Drew Ali. It spoke about time and physical things. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And not only because of that, that's why I believe in it. When I take in new information, I ponder on it and I meditate on it. I don't just be like, oh, well, Noble Drew Ali said this. Well, Tariq Nasheed said this. Well, Dr. Umar said this. No, I don't just regurgitate, shit that niggas say, that, even though I hold you in high regards. You know what I'm saying? So physical things are bound by time. To prove this, we age. You age with time. You age like wine. You see what I'm saying? Not to rhyme or whatever, but
yeah, bars.
And then I said rhyme.
Right.
Time, rhyme, wine. Watch
bars.
out, J. Cole. Watch out. But these things, when you apply time to it, the physical properties undergo change. Just like the weather, just like, everything. The moon, it has different phases throughout a month. In just 1 month, the moon shows different phases.
Right.
So, other than that, in terms of spirit now, you said, is it because the spirit knows the future? I would say yes, because going back, Christians who know their Bible, they'd see where I'm coming from. King Solomon, he was the son of King David, who killed Goliath, right? King Solomon said he was the wisest man on the planet to ever exist. This is what they say. King Solomon said, your spirit was in existence prior to this physical human form. I agree with that 100%. Every single person we see on the planet, their spirit was in existence before all this shit was created. So when I have my 10 children, all 10 spirits were already in existence. I'm just taking them from a Rolodex of the universe, in a sense.
And then they just get attached to
and they just happen to come into these vessels that I'm bringing into life.
So they're waiting in line like, all right, you got this baby in West Hampshire, born this age,
but
you assigned to him.
In addition to that, it's up to us as parents on a physical level and on this physical plane to cultivate the minds of our children so that they can in turn over time culminate to the highest peak that they're supposed to be. A lot of people, they don't do that. So if you're not cultivating the mind of your children, that spirit is not growing the way it should grow, because the spirit is driving this vehicle. When the child hears certain things, it's resonating with the spirit, and the spirit is going to vibrate based on what it's hearing. So when a nigga grow up to be Charles Manson, you got to look at his fucking childhood. You got to look at all these things. And when I say childhood, I'm not talking about after he was born. You got to look at from the time of his inception all the way up to when he committed his first murder. We have to assess these things. People, we don't take the time to do these things. We just wait around, sit around when the news tell us shit. Oh, he's guilty. Why? Because 5 o'clock news said he's guilty. 10 o'clock news said he's guilty. You don't fucking know this man from nowhere. He's guilty.
Right.
So, yeah. And I've had certain spiritual, like my grandfather, he said, don't refer to it as dreams. You refer to it as, what's the word?
Astro travel?
No. It's like, I'm going to think of the word.
Yeah.
I've seen certain things, and I ain't going to say, but I was on the front line. It was like, back in the day when it's like two armies and it's a war, it's like front line, and
like how Captain America was, and he was like Avengers.
And then some people are on horses, like the generals are on horses, and everybody at foot.
You was on a dragon, wasn't you?
I was on a horse. No, I was on a horse.
Oh, I thought you was on a dragon.
I looked to the side and I saw another being on a horse. And my mind, when me and his eyes made contact, it told me who he was. But I ain't gonna get too in depth.
But is he a person?
No, he's not a person.
Oh,
he's somebody held in high reverence.
He's not. He's never been alive. It's a spirit. But he's never been alive.
No.
Was it Jesus?
Well, Jesus never existed. I don't know his name. That person existed, but Jesus never
didn't expect you to say that.
J wasn't invented until
the person who they called Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That person existed, but Jesus never existed.
Okay,
Jesus just made a fucking term.
That's wordplay. Okay, that's good wordplay.
Just like God. God is a German word. A lot of people don't know what it means. It's a German word for... It doesn't mean Holy Spirit. Doesn't mean divine King of all King Spirit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But we're just accustomed to using the word God. So that people understand what I'm talking about and who I'm referring to, I would use God.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
trust
your spirit, y'all.
One more thing I wanted to say about the time shit before we move on to the next topic. is that, you know, I read this somewhere. I tried to find an article, but I couldn't find it.
About what?
You know, when you see a shooting star, that actually happened like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But like,
and we're now witnessing
you're just now seeing it.
Yeah.
So you can kind of put that in perspective. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this time shit depends on distance. It depends on a whole bunch of things. Like, even sound could happen far away. You won't hear it till a few seconds later because sound travels. It's still a physical thing you actually have to see. Like, light travels.
Yeah.
You turn a light on fucking miles away, you may not see that shit till maybe 3 minutes later.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my numbers is off, but that's an actual thing. Like, light travel, sound travel. These are physical things that are
being manipulated in a sense.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that got me thinking, like,
what is time? What is reality?
If we could, like, time is in the realm of, like, those things. Like, so it's like, it could be manipulated. Like, I don't know. This is very interesting. But we can move on.
Yeah, I like talking about shit like that.
Yeah.
I heard something. I forgot what it is, but it said, like, they actually see things upside down. Like, the eyes, I don't know which species, which animal it was, but it said they actually see things upside down, but it's something internally that actually put it into perspective or whatever. And then they say animals, certain animals are actually colorblind. I don't know how they know these things.
Yeah.
Like, the dog was like, yeah.
I think they say bulls are colorblind too.
Yeah, but red, they see red.
No, they said that's actually like a myth. They don't even really see red.
No, it's something with red with animals. It's something with red. It's a reason why the person, I forgot the name of it.
I don't know. I read somewhere that was like bulls don't get agitated by the color red.
They said red turns on men, something like that. Yeah, it turns men
on men.
Turns on men.
Oh, y'all blood niggas is gay.
This is that's funny. And blue actually turns on women. This is what they say. So all the Crip niggas get pussy.
Hey, let's get it.
But this is why, if you think about back in the day, hookers or whatever, they always wore red lipstick.
Yeah, because
scarlet
it's
dresses.
Seductive. It's like the romance color. Exactly. Valentine's.
And look at the words: seductive, romance. But it's being worn by women.
Right.
So who used to do some romancing? Right. Men with the red.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
that's why niggas fuck girls on their period, because they want to see that red.
Moving on.
You so got nasty else? Niggas. Nah.
I'm done.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Fact of the week?
I ain't got no fact of the week.
Oh.
I got to double up next week. Turn 7 to a 14. 14 to a whole thing.
Lord knows it's a cold game.
Switched up on you hoes, man.
Big body take both lanes.
Backseat blowing propane. All black 5 gold chain.
Young rich nigga put on his own, man. Yeah,
my
nigga.
My new shit sound like a soul train. By the way, shout out to when they see us for bumping that picture me rolling by Nip at the end.
You said what?
At the end of When They See Us, they played Nipsey Picture Me Rolling.
Really?
Picture Me Rolling.
I didn't.
You didn't play?
I didn't know. Nah, I watched the whole thing, but I didn't notice that.
Wow.
For some reason.
Fake.
Now, what it is, I was so emotionally distraught as a cancer that I was just.
Excuses.
I had snot rolling down my face. It was bad.
You was crying like. You was crying like that?
Nah. Oh. But I was shedding tears though.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. I clenched my fist a lot of times watching that shit.
Did you punch your wall at least once?
I wanted to punch them white niggas though. Yo, it's like when you watch certain things, it make you hate that actor. It's like now if I see Michael K. Williams, that's the dude that played the dad, Omar from The Wire.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, dang, why you did that to your son, bro?
Right, you fucked
like,
up,
bro. I was acting. Nah, you fucked up, bro. He did life. He did life, but yeah. But thank y'all for listening.
Facts.
Thank you for all the great reviews and feedback that we've been getting. We appreciate it. Even if it was one a month, it's still appreciated.
Right.
I try to do it different. Like, I don't know if you notice, like when we receive new followers on the Brothers Podcast IG page, I follow them back.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be seeing like businesses, they only follow back like top businesses or people with a lot of followers. At the end of the day, everybody's fucking important.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it had to be like 10 people in the stands to Jackson 5 concerts for them to be eventually blow up to, you know, Michael Jackson and Jackson 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, so that's just me being appreciative. And I do like shit. Whenever I'm on the page, I see couples, I see, you know, people traveling. Yeah. I like your shit.
You see white couples? You like this shit too?
Whoever it is, if you're supporting of us and you subscribe to this truth that we're saying, I'm supportive of that. I'm appreciative of that.
We gotta start exploring. We don't got to, but I would like to start exploring.
Like travel and
no. I mean, like, I want to have somebody white on the show.
Oh, I would like somebody Jewish on the show. I would like to have, but I don't want nobody
that's
on the show
raised around black people because they're gonna be biased.
Yeah,
I want somebody. They not on some overly racist shit, but I want somebody who's, you know, he's all right, maybe a Republican. Yeah, who's gonna be able to debate. He know his shit. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be real.
We ain't gonna fuck you up in here.
It's gonna be real fun. I'm gonna put on the turtleneck just to hide my arms from you, just so you don't feel intimidated. Yeah,
you're not intimidated, my nigga. You damn near my size, nigga.
I know I'm skinny, but people like y'all know
you skinny,
the
nigga.
Muscle, the gun.
Son, wait until I learn what's that called?
Bro, I'll still fuck you up.
What's it called?
Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu? What's that called?
What does that mean? Bruce Lee said.
Wait till I learn jiu-jitsu.
Bruce Lee said the greatest fighter is not one who knows a better art
technique.
A better martial art.
Okay, what is it then?
Do your due diligence. I ain't gonna tell you.
Whatever, nigga.
I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Yo, thank y'all for listening, man.
Thank you. Bang.